KPDAD said to me that if we reject him, that he's going to sing a song just in spite. He's going to be singing us. So let's reject him and then see what happens.
River, I seen her surfing, she shows off her tail. Whoa, River, I don't mind to pew-pew with you, but if you want to pew-pew with me, I'm gonna need your handle, babe. Pew-pew, pew-pew.
So, shoot. Oh, I can't do the intro. You got to do it.
I'll do it. I will do the intro as River. Okay, you guys, welcome. Bitcoin's Got Talent. We're here for another episode of Bitcoin's Got Talent. And look, who could not be excited? Our guest judge today is the Steph Curry of Bitcoin himself, Josh Henslee. Josh.
Or Joshua Henslee.
Tell us a little.
Joshua.
Thank you guys for letting me on to be a judge. I'm looking forward to the presentations today.
That's it? We got to get a little something about you. Give the people a little tasty morsel that they don't know about you.
That I think they don't know.
Get the skeletons out of the closet.
Yeah.
That's tough, man. Well, since we got Jack here, I could say, so the wallet I built earlier this week. The wallet I built earlier this week was, I started it is in response to how slow I thought Relay was going. But obviously, he's proved me wrong, so things are looking pretty good going forward.
Shots fired.
We started off well.
Wow.
Jack is just going to take a sip of wine, and that's it. No response. That's it. All right. River, who do we have? Who are our contestants, our first contestants today?
So I would like you both to introduce yourself because I actually only know your Twitter names. We've got KPDAD and we have InsideOut here. So please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
All right, I'll go first. My name is Chris Pellon. You guys might know me as KPDAD. I've been around for a little while, but we're excited to show you some stuff we've been working on together. This is my partner, InsideOut.
And yeah, my name's Kevin Murphy. I worked on a little bit of the development, which is going to be redone after this show. It's kind of rough looking, but this is definitely my first time ever writing any kind of web application or attempt to write a web application.
Good stuff. Well, why don't you tell us about what you're building?
Well, we're building a recipe recording program.
Whoa!
We have it running somewhat, and we'd like to demo it some for you.
I'm excited. I never get to know who the contestants are until you come on. So this is
all right. This is our splash screen. So when you come into RecipeSV, you will see this right here. We are behind a paywall. This is RecipeSV. This is learn from your peers while you earn from your peers. We'll never lose a family recipe again. What we're looking to do here is monetize the stay-at-home cook. We're going to monetize grandma and all of her home-cooked recipes. What we do with this is we're going to store all these recipes in a public place where you own the data. So you can load your recipes on a recipe app or a recipe site right now, but they own your data, and if they shut down, your stuff is gone. So what we are is a graphical user interface that uploads and shows you your data as a service. So you still own your data. The recipe is still yours. It is written to a public place that can't be deleted. Currently, right now, we have the ability to keep you out because if you come up to our site, you can see you have to be logged in to get into RecipeSV. Okay, so we're going to log in, which we do have multiple wallets here. Because I created this recipe, you can see I can edit it, I can remove it. All the information inside here. It has a like system. It's got a rating system. It's got the Bitcoin transaction. So if I click on this, we'll go to what's on chain and you will see that I have posted this recipe and all the data to the blockchain. So we go back to our recipe book. These are all the recipes I have loaded. So if I click on an oatmeal raisin, it shows that KPDAD has loaded it. We have tags inside of our thing. So if we click on, say, desserts, it will pull up all the desserts that are in the recipe app. We have other tags that aren't, if I just cut cookies, we're just going to get the cookies up right now. But going back to our main board here, We have my recipe book. So that's all the recipes I have put in. We have all the recipes that have been loaded by everybody so far. These are just all our test recipes. And if we go back to my recipe book, we can add a recipe, and I'm going to add a recipe real quick here. I kind of did one.
I was thinking it would be like a Ciulla cookie or something in honor of our guest judge.
Well, you know, we're going to have
a lot of this is still a little wonky. Definitely need to do some front end work, but
put the boot in the soup. We're going to add boot just to change up the thing here. Now down here at the bottom, it says post to Bitcoin. You got to click the checkbox and submit. Now it says here, posting to Bitcoin. We're going to give it a couple of seconds.
Now, do you have a wallet already associated with your account?
I do have a wallet signed in on my account already. And it says here, your recipe has been saved to Bitcoin forever. Click here to view it. Okay. Here is our boot soup. That's what I just put in. Basically, it's just boot soup, put it in the soup, cook it in, there's your boot soup. Now, if we go back to my recipe book, it shows that I have added the recipe into my recipe book. If I go back to the main page, it shows the last 3 recipes that have been loaded to the system. So these are the most current. If we go to all the recipes, the last recipe on the top once again. Now, if I go back to it because I loaded it into my recipe book.
When you did that, I didn't see on there a price, you know, it telling you how much it was going to charge you to upload it to the chain.
Well, we're just about pre-beta, okay? Just because we're functional, it doesn't mean we have pay functions, who's getting paid, how much costs are involved at this point. We're just about to that point to try and decide a cost factor in this. But what I'm also going to do is remove this so you can see
so
that
you could
we
put a
do have
price
the ability.
on people viewing the recipe as well if you wanted to.
Well,
Absolutely.
our goal here is to get people to come in and like them. If we haven't necessarily planned out a price schema as if you're clicking into it, if you want to add it to your favorites, if you want to add it, we want to add a lot more functionality to this program. Right now, we can upload a recipe and link our image. We have a recipe book. We have a favorite system. We're secured behind a paywall. We do have linked wallets, and we do have tags for the items. But we want to add in categories. We want to add a search function. We want to add private versus public posting, so you can hide a recipe. You don't want it out there. Eventually, a comment section for each one, a chat blog area, the top recipe, top category, and maybe even top poster or top chef, as well as, this is probably going to be one of the bigger ones, a drink section. For the lushes of the world, if you've made a drink, you can put it out there and get it monetized. So
yeah,
that
I'm
is
from New Orleans, so that's a big deal. You know.
Yeah, so currently we're even thinking about tokenizing the recipes, and, you know, putting them on a token or something, if that would be, because we're thinking posting to Twitch, posting to Powping, to post the recipe card itself once it's been made. So that way, we're trying to find a monetizing system that would work globally. So if I post one of my recipes to Twitch, can they still get paid if it's liked? Now, Twitch might get part of the kick because it's on their platform, but you know, I mean, these are things that we're trying to think of to expand the program some.
Is the login system in addition to the wallet?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I could see that being a barrier to people using it, because I know when I look for recipes, I just wanted something to pop up. But the bad part is, you know, you get blitzed with cookies and ads and all this stuff. So
the other thing is if you click on a recipe online, you don't know if that recipe is worth a damn. But on here, you'll have a rating system that the people will say, well, if 25 people have said this is good to make, well, then it might be worth your time to make it.
Right. The point I'm making is I might not even go here because if I have to log in, like that would just be that would kill my user experience, for example.
That's actually something that I was thinking, and this is my idea on implementing it. It was having all the recipes kind of public, basically, and you'd be able to view them. And if you wanted to add recipes to our use our services basically and be able to earn and all that, monetize your recipes, upload your recipes to the blockchain, all that, then that's whenever you register and log in, connect the wallet. That way we reduce the
The friction.
difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Josh, you're saying even when you have to register for some of these other services, don't have a separate registration for RecipeSV, just have wallets, right?
Yeah, and it should be optional.
So I think this is obviously super interesting. I love to cook, and so I would love to put my recipes up on chain. The thing is that I kind of agree with Josh there that it should be an open platform, given that all the data is going directly to the chain. Essentially, what someone could do is they could get all your TXIDs from the site and build another UI that is open and doesn't have the walled garden. So that would be something that's really easy to do for someone else, and just use the data that basically you guys have already, kind of spent all that time building up. So, but I think it's you guys have done a lot of work there. It looks really, really nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. I almost have the opposite reaction to River and Josh, that I think there's a huge value prop here, because every time I ever go to look for a recipe, it's not so much that I think the recipe is going to be bad. If it's one of the top 10 Google results, I suspect it's probably fine. It's that you click on the damn thing and then you've got to scroll through like two pages of like, everyone loves mom's cooking in the summer when the garden smells. And you're like, tell me how many
They turn them into blog posts. It's really annoying.
And it's got ads everywhere and you get the wrong kind of cookies, right? Not the type that you bake. So that user experience, I love the idea from both the creator side and the consumer side of, hey, I'll pay a few cents to upload my recipes on chain and I will charge a few cents. Here you go. All it is just the recipe. And if you can make it encrypted or something, or I don't know it doesn't have to be. If it's only a few cents, if people copy and paste it, oh well. But you've got a definitive catalog. And if I'm already logged in with Money Button or whatever, yes, that's a small market to start with right now. But to me, there's a business model there that there's a value prop that's unique that I like. Whereas, hey, here's a site for recipes. Why do they have to be on chain? What are we getting here in addition? People can like them, but you can like them on Facebook or whatever. It feels noisy. You've got all these other things. We're going to make it social. And those are all nice, but like there has to be one value prop where your platform does something that no other platform currently does. And to me, that's a paywall of anything from a few cents to a few dollars. I like that idea myself, but I love what you're doing. I think there is something here in the space of recipes. I think you got an interesting market.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea just because of the problem, like how the internet has caused and incentivized these life stories, like Isaac was saying, that you have to read before you get to the recipe. And like, it's like going into the danger zone and dodging bullets, trying to find the recipe, man. So I totally agree. And I want to clarify something. It's really just the login, like preventing you from onto the site. I would have no problem if I got to the site and I saw, okay, 50 other people paid for this and it's paywall, and then swipe, and then I'm in. That's totally acceptable, and I would totally do that. So that's the value prop I see, is if you could somehow tear down the wall just letting someone quickly be able to access, pay with like one click without having to, do an extra step. I think there's definitely value there.
Okay.
I got a question for you guys.
Yes.
What drives you to do this? Is it because your own parents or grandma or yourself love cooking? What's your motivation? Is it because you just want to show off that you can do something on Bitcoin? And what is your 5-10 year? You have to tell me the secret plans, but do you want to do this thing for 5-10 years and kind of really go down the line?
I can answer part of that, and yeah.
Go ahead. You can start.
All right. Well, first off, I'm a chef. I've been a chef for about 20 years in New Orleans, and COVID happened.
Did you say that in the intro or no?
I didn't say that in the intro, no.
Okay, that's the most important thing I would have heard. So continue. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a New Orleans chef, but I haven't been working since everything got shut down. And had an interest in computer science, coding, and all that. So I ended up kind of being asked by Chris if I'd be interested in doing this. And at first I was kind of like, this didn't really, I don't see much there. And then I started thinking about it, being a chef, not having work right now, and being interested in learning to code this, I decided to go with it. It took a while to actually get to even this point. And this is honestly, this is maybe a month old work.
Okay. I For me, this is a 100% yes. I'm vetoing anyone who's giving this a no. And then I want to say to some haters out there of Bitcoin's Got Talent, some people don't want to come on because they're like, what if I give my idea away? I think you've done an incredible job of showing us some part of the idea, get people interested in the recipe business. You're not too wide, you're very focused. I think you have a chance to take out Pinterest, take out a whole bunch of companies. So this is an incredible idea, okay? So thanks for coming on. And if we could be of any help in what you're doing, love to do that.
Did you guys know that Jack had veto power over everybody's votes? I didn't know.
I'm glad he did.
That wasn't in the contract.
That's an expression. That's an expression.
It's a delegated authority.
You know what? Lucky for you, I would be a yes as well. I love what you guys. I love what you guys are doing. I love the chef story, especially, and the focus on recipes. There's something really there.
There's no way that I could say no.
Amazing.
I'm hearing that it'll be ready soon, and that really tickles my ears. I like it.
I think
Josh?
I mean, I don't have any power, but I guess yes.
Yes, you do.
Seriously, I think it's good. Worrying about copying is just silly. Like, the most important is getting something out there that people can use, and then you can let the market give you feedback on where to go while keeping some base values moving forward.
Really nice.
Love it.
Good job, guys.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Bitcoin, you can load a recipe. You can save it for you or me. Oh, on Bitcoin.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
Good.
Got a bunch of
You're
business
good.
cards or something, or tickets.
Those are tickets. This ties
Okay.
into what I'm talking about.
Those
So
are
that's what I
NFTs
got.
right there.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Okay, well, Tony, you got to tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself before you get into your pitch.
Sure. Yeah, my name's Tony Ciulla. I don't know. I'm a business owner and I host a podcast about Seinfeld called This Podcast Is Making Me Thirsty. I'm over on Caster. You can find me there too. Yeah, that's it, father. And that's pretty much it, man.
Well, let's get into it, man. What are you pitching to us today?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
Oh, I love this. Go on. Go.
All right. So just so you guys know, I am just an idea person. I have no engineering or anything. I worked at an AI company startup, and so I could talk to engineers.
All good.
I'm not technical, but yeah. So my idea is Bittix. It's the blockchain ticket exchange. And we will be the Netflix to Ticketmaster's Blockbuster. So we will bring down Ticketmaster. That's the goal here. So right now, the old ticketing model is Live Nation and Ticketmaster run the show. Ticketmaster is 70% of primary ticketing services right now, but it's corrupt, right? You have bots, you have brokers. Ticketmaster charges outrageous fees because they have a dominant market position. Coupled with Live Nation, they pretty much own the live event industry. Also, about 5 million people a year receive fake tickets. Secondary markets no better. StubHub, inflated prices, lack of transparency, also counterfeit tickets. So there's our problem that we're solving. We're going to crush this model. The new model, Bittix, will crush this old model of Live Nation Ticketmaster monopoly. How we're going to do that? So as you said, tickets are the perfect match for NFTs, right? They're immutable, they're counterfeit proof. You go direct to consumer, and the resale is traceable. So whether it's resale scalping a ticket or it's resale after the ticket and your ticket stubs, right? That could be a collectible. This is a ticket stub I got from 2005 Vegas festival in Las Vegas. It's a ticket stub. I hold it still. It's my collectible, but this will be now an NFT version. And the idea is that on the Bittix exchange, every ticket that's sold, Bittix takes a small profit. The rest goes to the artist. But then on the resale, so if you scalp the ticket before the show, also that can be traced, and then that cut of that profit goes back to the artist and us as well. Each time it's resold, whether it's resold before the event or after the event as an NFT collectible. So how it works is Bittix is a ticket exchange. So the artist creates the ticket again, an NFT, seat number, row, and all that stuff, right? They're released on Bittix Ticket Exchange, and then the fans can prove their identity with their PayMail address or their wallet. They purchased the ticket. It can't be counterfeited. And then after the event, or even before the event, if they sell it in the secondary market, like I said, we're going to take a small cut, and the artists take a small cut. So it's basically a perfect fit for for tickets. I mean, this is what we're doing. And then, use cases are endless, whether it's, music concerts, whether it's sporting events, raffles, even movie tickets at this point, speaking engagements. You go to watch your favorite, like a Gary Vee or something presenting, he's selling his ticket as an NFT now, right? So that's only going to go up in value. Front row seats are going to be more valuable because they're rare, things like that, VIP. But it's all, it's all NFTs. So all I have is the idea. That's the idea. It's basically a Bitcoin.
That's all you need.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
So you're kind of combining the ticket market with the ticket secondary market,
yes,
with the event memorabilia
yes.
component market.
That's
I mean, I could
so
even
cool.
see, I could even see live during a show being like, I'm in this seat. If anybody's willing to trade me their seat for some extra cash or whatever, like I could see a lot of cool stuff here.
Yeah, there's tons of cool stuff. And the other thing is more valuable the event, right? You have a Super Bowl ticket to that's an NFT, right? That it's only going to go up in value as the collectible itself, not even. And the beauty is that the artist is taking the full cut. So Ticketmaster right now is charging outrageous fees to the customer. The only way around that, some bands are trying things where there's lotteries and things like that, but bots always get in, brokers always get in, and Ticketmaster's taking most of that. So this way, the money's going directly to the artist. We're just taking a small cut of it, and then that small cut, each time it's sold, it's traceable, right? So we know, when it's been sold over and over and over again, and this way we know that. The artist is always making a cut. So right now, if you buy a ticket to a concert for $30 and you sell it for $80, the performer didn't see that increase in price, but when it's traced as an NFT, when it's sold for 80 and then 100 and then 150, each time it's resold, the artist is taking that cut.
Well, I can see some benefits to the artist in a couple ways. Like one, I suppose they could put the ticket as an open bid, but they could just put it at a pretty low price that gives them good PR. But then, because then it doesn't matter if people bid up the price after, they still get to cut, but they get the benefit of being like, look, the people who got there first got it for $20.
Right. And yeah, exactly. And it's just going to keep driving it up. So they can, our New Year's show at Madison Square Garden, we're starting the ADs at, $5 ticket. By the time the show starts, it could be $500 a ticket. And I don't know. I mean, and it could be, and the other thing I'm thinking is, it's not just live events, it's virtual events. I mean, right now what's going to happen is, all of these concerts and things are going to be virtual, right? So you're not even going to have to go to the show. So why even have to have a hard copy ticket to go to the show? I mean, it's just going to
just wait till there's a secondary market for show appearances on Bitcoin's Got Talent. You know what I mean?
Oh, to be a judge? Oh, that's going to be very expensive. I'm selling my judging rights right now.
I'm buying it. I'll buy it from you right now so you don't veto me again.
That's what I get.
I was commenting that another thing, it allows markets to emerge where they couldn't before. So like with the existing model, like let's say you get to the second half of a game, right? And that ticket is an asset still. So yeah, sure, it would decrease in price or increase depending on how well the game's going. And maybe the person has to leave because their baby just pooped all over the stands or something. And then now they can sell it to someone who's like a, mega fan or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
And even for streaming events or like this esports now, when they're streaming their because that's going to be the new thing, right? You're going to be watching events from your house, either virtually or in VR or something like this. And to your point, I mean, you're going to be able to, hey, this is I'm at this event. You can't get in. I'm about to leave. You want my ticket? You want my NFT? I'll sell it to you right now. And it's just going to.
And it's instant. You don't have to meet someone like virtually to give them a ticket or anything like that.
Right. The exchange
I had this really terrible experience with StubHub a few years ago buying Rock in Rio tickets. Mm-hmm. And I ended up, just the whole process, I bought some tickets from some guy, but I couldn't pick them up and we couldn't combine it because there was it was tomorrow, the event was tomorrow. And so I couldn't figure out, we couldn't make it work to pick it up and to be able to get that refund. I never even got that refund back for that ticket. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
couldn't resell it. I didn't have the physical ticket. I couldn't do anything. I spent all this money and I couldn't get the ticket. I had to rebuy other tickets from someone else that I could, actually get them from. So this solves a lot of those kind of issues as well. Not even to mention the counterfeit tickets and all that kind of stuff. I think that just the ability to get that thing, pay for it, it's there instantly in your phone or whatever, and you can
there's no will call. I mean, what we're doing right now. We're going to will call windows. We're showing IDs. We're just to get into an event. And the possibilities are endless as far as like, you know, how cool. I mean, these are collected tickets from shows that I've been to, like not even all of them, but a lot of the cooler ones. I mean, people collect their ticket stubs, right? That's gone with this new. Right now, you get a ticket from Ticketmaster, you print it out on a piece of paper, if that, or you show them on your phone. I mean, you lose that connection to the fan if you're an artist who wants to put their logos on their ticket or you know, sell just to your fan clubs and VIP NFTs that are like, possibilities.
Yeah, and maybe you get a second NFT for actually showing up to the event. So you can't just like pump and dump this stuff all around and just hold on to them and pretend you were there.
Right. That's a good point. Yeah. There's like a commemorative one, and then there's like the real one that gets you through the door. That's a good point. I like that.
So look, I love the idea. I'm interested in seeing more. My question for you would be, is this just like cool idea I had, I'll throw together some slides, or do you plan to pursue this? Is this
that's a very good question. So this is what I do, man. You're going to think I'm crazy. You probably already do, but you know, I had an idea for Starbucks app for their get through the line faster app. I told my buddy about this, 2 years before they had it, but I can't do anything about it. He's like, he was going to introduce me to an engineer who made apps, and I never went follow through with it. I'm ready to follow through with this is my answer. I just don't know what the next steps are as far as that goes. Plus, I mean, if this is going to get put out on YouTube and stuff.
Hey, we're going to put this out in 30 days. Do you believe me?
Oh,
you want to believe me?
Yeah, 30. Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
We're going to get this launched live in 30 days. I got the platform built for you. We're going to stick you up there as CEO. You tell me what you want.
Okay.
I'm not going to find a more passionate person. The reason I want this is you're going to take all four of us as judges to a game that is bought on your platform. And just because we're connected to you, the CEO, we might get front row seats. Okay. 30 days.
Of course. We're
Clock
done.
is ticking.
Done. All right. So, what's the next steps?
Oh, but you're a no for this show. My vote is pending whether we get this out in 30 days. How about that?
Okay. Fair enough.
No, that's actually a good conditional vote is like a smart contract. It only executes under certain conditions. That's how I feel. Like I want to be yes, but I don't know if you're like, it's an idea, but I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Well, I don't want to be yes to that. If you're like, I don't care what the hell comes next, I'm going to find a way to get it.
That's
done.
where I'm at,
yes.
dude. Yeah. That's where I'm at. I don't know what the hell comes next, but I'm ready to do it. Of course. Yeah.
All right, I'll take a chance on you.
Awesome.
I love your energy. You have this real amazing presence on the screen, and you've come here with all this energy, and you're obviously very, very passionate about your idea. I would love to help you make this a reality. I would really, really love to. So it's definitely a yes for me.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Let's see if our guest judge is a nice guy or a bad cop.
Well, we got our leader here going from dictator to being conditional soft votes. So I think it's a perfect use case for Bitcoin. So, and then, with all the features and the NFT craze, it can bring some honesty to all the scamming and stuff going on. So I would definitely say a yes, but yeah, that means you got to go build it.
Gotcha.
Oh, I got the perfect first event. If you're okay with this, Tony.
Sure.
Within 30 days. Okay. We are going to sell the right to come on the live recording of this show. The episode 4. So everyone else gets watched when it's on YouTube, like a week later, edit it out and stuff. You get something on Bittix. We're going to sell 5 seats, and you're going to come over to this show. You get to see all the behind the scenes commentary, all the edited out funny jokes. Okay. And maybe is that a good idea?
It works. It works for me. Yeah.
And then it's all yours from there. Okay.
Got it. Of course, you guys gave me the opportunity. I got to give it back.
So Jack is basically selling his votes, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it sounds like it, right? I got a lot of stipulations here.
Hey, they're not going to be judges. They're just going to be watching.
Hey, Tony, man.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thanks for coming on. And really, I hope you do persist with this. I'm a non-technical guy myself.
Okay.
I've built 2 companies, one mostly not technical, one very technical. And I can tell you it's not lack of technical skills that will keep you from building a company.
Fair enough. I like it, man. Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
guys.
Good
All
job.
right,
Thanks
awesome.
for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Bitcoin, it's gonna bring the dark to light. It's gonna give the world a chance to fight. Whoa, Bitcoin.
The legend. The legend.
I wondered if you guys were going to show up.
Sorry.
We're showing you love now, but we're going to judge you really hard, okay? But you're the legend of the space.
Yeah.
So, okay, I must be the one out of the loop because I don't know. I guess you're a legend. I'm cut out. I don't know why you're a legend. So you got to tell the rest of the people know your story. You got to tell me why are you a legend? What's your story, man?
He's just a BSV troll on the internet. He uses them all.
I am Aaron, otherwise known as Libs, and I tweet under the name of Libs and I create code under the name of Libs. So I have created BitPaste, BitPost, AudioB. I created Operate and about 30 open source libraries and packages that developers and businesses in BSV use.
Oh my gosh. This is weird to see you face to face because I think I was confusing you with like 6 different people at the same time. It's all you. Okay.
Why is the price so low if you're such a legend?
I don't control that, I'm afraid. There are
that hurts too much. That hurts too much. Let's move on.
What are we getting? What's the pitch today? I mean, you've created a lot of stuff. What's the next thing in the hopper?
So I am here to talk about PayPresto, which is something I've been working on the last few months. I don't have a presentation for you. I've created a video.
Oh, hello there. I'm Ollie, tech influencer. One of my favorite tech brands is Apple. I love Apple. I own 2 iPhones, 2 iPads, MacBook, iMac, Mac Pro, Apple TV, Apple Watch. I don't know if I've mentioned, but I love using my iPhone, and I love using it to check out all the hot new apps on the blockchain, or as we call them, dApps. One app that me and my hipster buddies in London love using at the moment is this social network on the BSV blockchain. Let me show you how it works. It's a decentralized network, so I can log in using my favorite Bitcoin wallet. I'm going to do so using Money button, and all I need to do is swipe this button. Oh, 1 second. Oh, really? Oh, I see. No, it's just saying I just need to go into the browser settings and disable a default security setting. So let me show you. This is really rather simple. I just need to find Safari. Where's Safari? Okay, no. It's really rather simple. You just disable the default.
I think I'm in love already.
Hello, I'm Sven, a blockchain developer. Our company is building an application that stores data on the BSV blockchain using the MetaNet protocol. We are also doing some really clever shit with scripts and smart contracts. One thing we've learned is that none of the wallets in the BSV ecosystem support the transactions that we are creating. So, our team of developers has spent the last 8 months building our own wallet infrastructure. We also run a cluster of BSV nodes in our own dedicated data center. Things are going okay. We've learned a lot about building wallets and running data centers. We don't yet have a working product yet, and unfortunately we have run out of money. So we are seeking investment, and we hope to launch our product in 18 months.
Hi there, my name is Aaron, and I've created a solution to both Ollie and Sven's problems. PayPresto is a service that enables app developers to construct any kind of Bitcoin transaction and let their users fund those transactions from any Bitcoin wallet. Developers can use PayPresto's transaction builder, powered by TXForge, to construct any kind of transaction, from custom scripts and smart contracts through to MetaNet and data transactions. So developers like Sven can get their apps up and running with just a few lines of JavaScript, without 18 months of development and without running BSV nodes in their own data centers. Limiting who can use your app based on what wallet they use is bad business and terrible user experience. PayPresto lets apps break out from this bind and gives users like Ollie much more freedom over how they interact with Bitcoin apps. A neat and simple UI lets end users pay for their transactions using their favorite Bitcoin wallet, no matter where they are or what device they are using. Under the hood, PayPresto works by daisy chaining two transactions together. Firstly, a simple payment transaction that all wallets will support, and the outputs of which are used to fund the complex transaction. And because it uses peer-to-peer protocols, all this happens faster than you can say Lightning Network. The peer-to-peer design also means PayPresto is not dependent on any third-party services, and we only need to scale as our business scales, not as the blockchain scales. PayPresto is gigablock ready by design. PayPresto can be found running in production today on several Bitcoin apps, including Bitpost and TonicPal, and launching soon as a new backend for developers to manage their apps and monitor invoice and transaction data. And there is much, much more in the pipeline.
Woo! Look, I'm going to leave it to these guys to ask about the technical stuff and whatever, but you have my heart. You are addressing normie user pain points in a utterly hilarious way. That video was I might have to go watch that video later on with my whole family and just like make it an event.
I'm currently experiencing quite extreme levels of cringe watching that, but it's great to hear.
Isaac, are you seeing why Aaron's a legend now?
Now I'm the one who's like, how have I missed this legend? Now I know I've been baptized.
I'm a yes to the acting career and the comedian career that you're pursuing. I'm definitely yes for that. PayPresto, that seemed like an accelerated demo, so I'm not sure if that's real because the money button swipe and transaction happened too quickly.
Okay, so let me make sure I got the. So if I'm using an app and I'm going to pay for something, a window will pop up that will let me pay with any wallet I choose. That's essentially, as a user, that's the point at which I'm interacting with PayPresto.
Yeah, so from the user's perspective, it looks like a payment widget, and where you can pay with any wallet. So you can use Money Button if it works, or if you prefer to use a mobile wallet, you can just scan the barcode, and it just works. From the other perspective, from the developer's perspective, they can create kind of complex transactions and data transactions that none of these wallets really support anyway. So
hey, I got a question for you, Aaron.
Go on then.
So I owe just a backstory. I owed Aaron an invoice because we decided that even Relay wasn't a good enough wallet, that we wanted to use PayPresto so that people can top up the Relay with any wallet they want. So I owe you that, Aaron. But I want to ask you a question about this. Right as I was about to add, we were about to add PayPresto across all our products, right? This is a BGT exclusive. This token boom came up. So now Ciulla is on Money Button, and then Ciulla is now on Run. And I know that you've merged together all the different wallets for BSV payments, but already we've had contestants on the show who wants to buy tickets or unlock a recipe. Are you going to be the one that's going to take together all the wallets and make them all interoperable for all kinds of tokens? Because if you can do that, that's incredibly valuable. If you can't do that, PayPresto, as good as it is going to be really confusing and not usable for a whole bunch of things. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, PayPresto can be the key that unlocks that solution. So we've just seen one of your
I thought it was about technical steering committee meetings was the solution to unlock the solution.
Now we'll build things and we will make things work. But one of your judges, Josh, he has just launched something that allows people to mint tokens and spend tokens using Run. And he's used PayPresto for the minting process. But he could have also used it for sending tokens. So he's got a separate product where you store your Run tokens and you can send them to other users. But there's a built-in wallet to that. He could have used PayPresto, right, and not spent all that time building a wallet. And if he'd have used PayPresto, that time that he saved, he could be implementing the next token protocol or the next one. So yes, it can be a solution. Someone can build an app that brings all of these token protocols together into one token pseudo wallet. and PayPresto can just be the kind of funding solution to those transactions.
Very interesting.
Thank you. That's very helpful. That's very helpful. Thank you.
I feel like we need Josh to play the bad cop and as a developer, like, I don't know, put the heat lamp on or something, you know?
Yeah. So like Aaron mentioned, I did just integrate it into my token mentor that I charge money for. And it's really easy because when someone comes in, they don't need a specific wallet. So like some people don't want to move funds from cold storage or whatever to Money Button or to Relay. So this gives them the option, okay, I got my Simply Cash, I can just scan. And then that way I can get more money. Whereas, you know, gatekeeping, saying I'm only going to do Money Button or Relay to pay me for my service, right? So on that up front, it's good. And I believe Aaron takes a very tiny fee, which will go down as the dust limit continues to decrease for this. But like Jack mentioned, I think there's going to be need more on the consumer side, usefulness, in order for Aaron, you to make some money from this service in order for incentives to keep it going. So I think that has to be the focus moving forward. Otherwise, it'll just be like a developer tool. Yeah, what Jack said earlier about the token thing, if that could be integrated, that would be super powerful. And I think that could lead to a lot more business and usage of the tool without necessarily needing a lot of scalability right now.
Yeah, so Aaron, I have a question. I have a lot of respect for you, as you can tell, for what you've built. What, to the audience that's watching this that might be using all of your other products, tell them what your focus will be the next 12 months and who you are, what type of person you are. Like, are you going to want to make PayPresto something used by hundreds of millions? How are you going to achieve that goal? Do you plan on hiring a team, or is it just more of your focus on PayPresto or otherwise? And just kind of tell us your roadmap.
Okay, so I do run a business, a Bitcoin business called Kronos Labs, but I do also run another business outside of Bitcoin, which is how I survive and pay my mortgage and things like that. So I would like to be able to spend more time doing the Bitcoin work. And I am thinking of ways that I can facilitate that. I also want to be able to support all the open source stuff that I've done. I want to make that kind of sustainable. So I want to open up ways where the businesses that are using those open source tools can perhaps kind of help make them sustainable and help me out a little bit. So I have plans, things are afoot. But at the moment, I'm kind of, straddled both inside the Bitcoin world and outside the Bitcoin world. I
mean, I can't say no to that video. The only reason I would hesitate is because I feel like if we're just all yeses all the time, the show becomes boring, you know? So, but I can't deny my heart. Your video just had
Today was a really yes day, wasn't it?
I've come on here to win.
All right, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Then that just adds more to the pot. I'm a big fat yes.
PayPresto is already a useful tool, yes, and the video was freaking awesome. But I think there need that, especially with the way the space is going right now, with this token boom and NFT stuff. I think it has to pivot in order to be successful, because I think the payment use case right now is not enough for people to use it en masse. So based off Isaac already bullying me before the show to be mean, I'm going to have to say no as is, but I look forward to what PayPresto does in the future.
Ooh, ice cold. Oh my God, we got to make a big deal about this. Oh, we got a war now, a rivalry between Josh and Aaron, two legends.
This was the first no of the show. Wow. That was the
Wait, didn't you say you wanted to win? You might not even make it past the next round.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me your own business partner just voted you down?
Well, he needs to get 51%. Okay, so I'm going to vote if it'll catch up with me. You know what I'd really like to see, Aaron, as a consumer, as a non-technical person, as someone who would use your app, I would like to have a single place where I can connect to all of my Bitcoin apps and I can see exactly kind of like a dashboard of what's happening, where I'm connected, how can I disconnect from that app, how can I like kind of control all of that behind the scenes of my wallets, right? Of my multiple wallets, of my multiple handles, of my multiple identities, of all of that kind of stuff. So it's a yes from me of where you are. I think you're doing I think it's a really great developers tool, but I want to see that side of the consumer of what I can use, of what benefit that PayPresto brings me as a user.
Oh, it was amazing. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do we have more guests, or are we done?
No, we're done. We're done.
Okay.
You guys, we're a little bit delayed, so we're done.
Oh man, it was great. We needed
this was the episode that made me think the show was such an amazing. I'm so proud of everyone here for being part of it. This was the show.
No, like to see some. You start to look at the contestants we've had, and it's like, hey, there's some good stuff coming here. We got a little something.
I don't think if the stuff had happened the last 2-3 weeks that it would have been this way. I think that people are like leveling up and seeing what needs to be done now based off what's been happening.
All right, let's see if Jack is going to finally show up. Should be here.
He went all the way to the cellar for that bottle of wine.
Cheers, guys. I got enough to drink tonight.
I knew you were getting more wine. Yeah.
For how bad these contestants are going to be, so I'm ready to be very critical. Right.
You kicked out Josh too.
Oops.
First you take his voting power away, then you take him right out of it.
It's an expression, guys. I don't have veto power.
Oh my god! It wouldn't surprise me if it was actually Roy Murphy behind the pseudonym. Like,
2 degrees to Roy Murphy. He's always there. If you just look, it's like, where's Waldo or something? I'm becoming convinced that the number one hurdle for all Bitcoin entrepreneurs is the ability to share screens on Zoom. That's the biggest. I saw as soon as he started talking, like most guests, you had his business at about $10 billion in your head. You were there.
Isaac, I thought we were on the same team. Why are you trying to kill Relay even faster?
I was just maybe I'm giving Aaron terrible ideas because I know it's going to be, lead him away.
Perfect.
I think my internet is coming out.
Did you switch to Money Button?
What's going on?
Provider?
You mean Fabric Smart Wallet?
Sorry, Fabric.
River, she's going to teach the people BSV. She's going to teach them all so they can see what it means when they say Bitcoin. Bitcoin, it's going to bring the dark to light. It's going to give the world a chance to fight. Whoa, Bitcoin.